Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes, and welcome to yet another video. And today we are focusing on something purely positive. Oh, yes, indeed. There have been maybe too many negative things, maybe too much negativity in the world and on my channel, indeed. And that is why I have decided to start focusing on, well, more and more positive things. And what is more positive than Star Wars? And no, I don't mean modern Star Wars. I don't mean the High Republic. I don't mean the Disney trilogy. I don't mean the abominable Kathleen Kennedy or the other racist and violent representatives of Lucasfilm, but I'm talking about the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy, with which I grew up, and I'm focusing on canon. My canon, of course, I mean my canon, which is nowadays called Legends. And what's better than talking about our favorite Star Wars characters, like the Jedi Knights, or not Jedi Knights, but at least in my case, all my favorite characters from Star Wars are Force-using characters, Force-sensitive characters, mostly the Jedi. And I think that it is more than appropriate and more than fitting to start with my very favorite, my top one Star Wars character of all time, and that is Qui-Gon Jinn, the master of Obi-Wan Kenobi, who taught him everything he knew, and maybe even more, the first Jedi of all Jedi Knights and Masters, who was able to return from the beyond and speak to his apprentice as the Force Ghost. And then, of course, he taught him this knowledge so that Obi-Wan Kenobi and then Master Yoda were able to come back as well and communicate with Luke Skywalker. Now, I love Qui-Gon Jinn for many reasons. One of them is, I have to admit, quite possibly nostalgic reasons, because The Phantom Menace was the very first film I saw in cinemas. The very first Star Wars film I saw ever in my life was when I was, I think, 3 years old, when I saw The Return of the Jedi. But when I was 6, that was in 1999, my mom and my dad took me to cinema for the first time in my life to see The Phantom Menace. And that is why The Phantom Menace is quite possibly my favorite Star Wars film. And that might be why I love Qui-Gon Jinn. But as you grow up, you realize why you love certain things and certain characters. And Qui-Gon Jinn is very close to my heart because not only is he, at least in the Phantom Menace, in the movie, now I'm not talking about the expanded universe, because he has had his own experience with the luring of the dark side of the Force, but from what I can remember, he's a purely good character. He is a good Jedi Knight, but at the same time, he is not an obedient puppet. He lives his life according to the Force. He believes in the living Force. He is trying to live in symbiosis with the living Force and learn from it, live according to it, not really according to what the rules of the Jedi Order say. That is why Qui-Gon Jinn was very often arguing with the Council of the Jedi Knights. And that's why he didn't become the member of the Jedi Council. He was never appointed, even though he was granted the rank of the Master Jedi. And he was indeed one of the greatest ones. A former pupil, a former Padawan of Count Dooku, or later Darth Tyrannus, from whom he learned a lot. A man who was the first one to sense the disturbance in the Force when he met Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, the first one who sensed that there is something about Anakin Skywalker that will most likely change the universe itself and the saga. The man who devoted his entire life to helping other people and to understanding Force and the living Force and really believing in the common sense and not just obeying rules blindly, whatever they say and whoever is setting those rules. And other than that, from what I remember from the expanded universe and the Legends novels as well as comic books, he was a extremely well trained swordsman and a Force user. And let us not forget the fact that he was in the film portrayed masterfully by Liam Neeson, an excellent actor. And for all these reasons and many more, but I don't want to make these videos too long, Qui-Gon Jinn will forever remain my favorite Star Wars character. Not only my favorite Jedi Knight or Jedi Master, but my favorite character of all the Star Wars films and books and comics and books and games and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's my top one. That's my number one. What's yours, my friends, my fellow Jedis and fellow Sith and fellow bounty hunters and so on and so forth? Let me know in the comments down below who your favorite Star Wars character is. I am very much interested in that because I love very, very few things in 2021, but one thing that I will forever love into the depth of my heart is Star Wars, and I love interacting with fellow Star Wars fans. And that will be all from me, my friends. Thank you very much for watching, and if you feel like it, you might like this video or dislike this video. If you didn't like it, then subscribe to this unimportant channel of an unimportant geek talking about unimportant things if you haven't done so already, or hit that notification bell so you can get notifications for many more videos to come. And that'll be really all from me, my friends. See you soon. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, may the Force be with you.